to like keep my attention and get it. Like, no, we're not going to Red Lobster, bro. Like,
just to add to it real fast, what if you actually find a guy attractive though? Like, does it matter where it takes you?
yes.
Oh,
like,
it still matters.
It still matters.
He's attractive. You got his shit together. All that. He likes Tap 42 because he got good food.
I like Top 42 too, but for the first date, it's like you gotta set the tone.
Setting the tone. Now, what does she mean by setting the tone? Now, this is a sort of lingo that you normally find around pickup artist communities or gold digger communities. The pickup artists use it to refer to setting the tone for sex, while the gold diggers use it to refer to setting the tone for how much money you could get out of this guy there in the present and later in the future. Now, the best gold diggers and pickup artists will not always be so obvious about what their agenda is. But this is a very common red flag amongst obvious gold diggers. Number one, they immediately want to find out how much money it is that you make. So they ask you, what do you do for a living? And I know this is a common small talk sort of question that people tend to ask each other, but this would be one of their first questions in their conversations with you. And they will want to know specifically how much money do you make, because they want to know how much money you will be able to spend on their greed for consumer goods and their consumerism lifestyle. They're not asking you to find out whether you would be a stable enough provider if you were to have a family with her. They could care less about their children. A child to them is only an object that they could use to get more money out of you. So if you see that she's behaving difficult and she's complaining because the restaurant isn't that nice or isn't that expensive, even though it might be a little restaurant that maybe is not expensive but it has excellent food, if you see that she's complaining about that, yeah, she's definitely setting the tone for you. She's setting the tone to make sure that you're going to be the guy that's going to be spending plenty of money on her in the future. So you can imagine if she demands marriage with you, even though she's never practiced celibacy in the past before or anything like that. They normally don't. She's going to demand the biggest, most expensive diamond ring that you could afford. The wedding itself is going to come out ultra expensive, probably the type that's going to want to spend like $50,000 on a wedding. And then an extra $20,000 on the honeymoon. Oh, for the house? Oh, you could imagine how much you're going to have to spend on the house. Then when she has children, she's going to use her children to get as much money as she can out of you. Then further along the road, if you have any bumps in the road with your finances, which that is common at some point in your life, it might happen. As soon as you tell her no, that you don't have enough money to buy on this or that, whatever it is that she wants, she's going to bolt. And she's going to take half of the money, half of everything that you've worked so hard for with her. And then she's going to get you on child support or alimony on top of it all. So yeah, if you see that she's being very fussy about your selection for a restaurant for a first date, just forget it. She's trouble. Now, don't confuse the gold digger, though, for the women out there who maybe they've been hanging with a guy for a while, and maybe they've had sexual intimacy, and the guy still won't take her out to a nice dinner restaurant, not even on her birthday. All right, that you could understand that. That's pretty normal. That doesn't mean that she's a gold digger. Now, personally, I've never been in that situation. And hey, it's better to be celibate than sorry. And I say that for both men and women. Now, some guys might wonder, well, hey, what about that chick that just wants to get some drinks at a bar? Is she a gold digger? Probably not with you if she's accepting drinks at a bar. What she is doing is she's trying to go for a hookup. Women who love to go out for drinks, if they accept alcohol into their system while they're out with a guy or around other males, it's because she's open to a sexual hookup. The alcohol is just an excuse for her to say, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I was drunk. So they use alcohol as an excuse for being a garden tool. So no, neither of these two type of females are good. At least not for wifey material or raising children. So yeah, if you invite a girl out for coffee, maybe a smoothie, or lunch at a little place that's not that expensive, and she's fine with it, chances are that she's really just there to get to know you and not trying to set the tone for trying to get money out of you later on. Now, on the other hand, if this is a girl that you already know pretty well, or maybe you've been talking to for a while, and you think that she likes you enough to go out with you or to want to be your girlfriend, then yes, go for that dinner date.